Okay, greetings, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Elihu coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland. Um, I am going to touch on where I left off on my last video, and I'm going to talk to you about some events that have taken place recently. Um, I do want to address the status of being conscious. Okay, a lot of individuals refer to themselves as conscious. Some refer to it as a conscious community. Okay, but what is this word conscious? All right, what is consciousness? Okay, um, consciousness is an awakened state. Um, Freemasons will call it illumination. You know what I mean? Possessing knowledge. You know what I mean? Um, some will refer to it as uh, the being awakened, alert. You know what I mean? Responsive. Okay, and that's the word I want to touch on. Responsive. All right. Consciousness means to be responsive. Okay, responsive, and that's the thing about so-called conscious individuals or members of the conscious community. Okay, many of them have figured out a way, okay, to call themselves conscious, yet duck the responsibility that comes along with it. Responsibility, respawn ability, your ability to respond, okay, to the things that's happening around you due to the fact that you're conscious. All right. So, in other words, whenever you see and notice certain things going on around you, right, that are not right, okay, that don't coincide with righteousness, okay, with integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing for the right reasons. That don't coincide with moral life, okay, which don't coincide with black interests, because those of us who consider ourselves conscious in the black community means that we are pro-black, you know what I mean? And that we put black interests over any other interest, you know what I'm saying? That deals in the social genre, okay? So, you begin to notice things, and you're able to respond to things due to the fact that you're conscious, all right? All right, but some of us have figured out a way, okay, to carry the title conscious, all right, yet we want to keep one foot into the ideology of the masses. We want to keep one foot into the standards and value systems of the masses, okay? We don't want to fully step out of that realm or that genre. Man, that word again, I don't know where the fuck that even came from out my head. But we don't want to step out fully from that world into what would be a conscious world. Okay? And the conscious world is a world that evolves around revolution. We seek, those of us who are conscious, we seek a complete change. Okay? And that's the meaning of the word revolution. We seek a complete change from the norm. Okay? From the day-to-day standards and shit of American life, or being a so-called American, which is basically being a goddamn slave, being a goddamn goyim, being a goddamn sheeple, being a motherfucking board, part of the collective, being uniform, okay, uniform, one form, okay, being part of this one world order, just one way of thinking and looking at things, okay? And, George Clinton had a concert once, and a brother that was introducing the band, he said, think while it's still free. And that's a powerful little sentence right there. You know, critical thinking, critical thinking. And that's something that they want to ban. And I'm gonna tell you this shit. They're doing it. They're doing it. When a lot of times when I'm out, man, and I'm speaking on particular issues or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Often, man, there's individuals who will try to attack, you know what I mean, or try to undermine what the fuck I'm saying. And they got many ways of doing so. Some of them, I notice, simply just want to get in the conversation and they don't know how to. I've actually said that to individuals, and then right then they just start, participating in the conversation, and that's all they really wanted from the jump start. But they just didn't know how to get into the conversation. But what they did was they tried to just end the conversation altogether, as if they were being bothered by the shit. You know what I mean? Or they'll speak up and say some shit to try to generate some kind of support. You know what I mean? Against me and what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is everything that I say is pro-black. Everything I say is good and healthy for individuals, especially individuals who see themselves as a people, as a nation, and have an interest in our survival and in us thriving as a people. Okay? But unfortunately, man, I'm going to tell you, man, it is few of us. It is few of us. Shit, I could say it's only about 10 to 15 people who watch my video. If you look at the views and shit like that, man, some of them might get up in the 60s. Some of them might get around the 40 area, whatever. But man, shit. They not real individuals who really, you know what I'm saying, dig the talk, dig the lesson and shit. You know what I'm saying? They just individuals who just drop by just to see what the fuck was up. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about as far as individuals who really share some kind of like we're common minded in our like, ideologies and the shit that we stand for, and kind of like, we share some of the same interests as far as, what we want, where we should be, what directions and shit we should be headed in or whatever. It's only about a good fucking 10 to 15 man out there from Google Plus. You know what I mean? And shit. And as far as here in Baltimore, man, I got probably about, say, a good 50. I say a good 50. I'm talking about a good 50 that, you know what I mean, if I was to send a call out to meet for a meeting or something, anything like that, they'll show up. They'll show up. You know what I mean? I can get them to show the fuck up. So, and that's really, that's terrible, man, to see that 611,000. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying anything to minimize the labor and the effort that I'm pouring into the shit, because I'm pouring in a whole lot of labor and effort. But what it really says something to is, man, the state of mind that our motherfucking people are in. Listen, you always hear this question posed at me. Well, you talking all that and you saying all that, but what are you doing? What have you done? Okay, that question right there. See, that's a motherfucker. I'm sitting here talking us and we, okay, and that question right there is from the perspective of a motherfucker who don't see shit as us and we. He sees shit as I and me. What are you doing? What have you done? Okay? So obviously, right there, that tells me the shit that I'm saying is over this nigga's head. You know what I mean? Because he can't even recognize what I'm speaking to him. The us, we as a people, we as a nation shit. Whenever I speak, it's all about us and we. You ain't gonna hear me fucking talk no I, me shit. Nothing I say is braggadocious and talking about what the fuck I've done, what I'm doing, what I come. See, that's that hip hop world shit. That's what rappers talk about and do. My goddamn speech don't fucking mimic or reflect no shit like that. All my speech, every video I got is from the goddamn perspective of us and we. You understand what I'm saying? So, when a motherfucker usually say something to me like that, I have to first make it known to him, brother. You know what I mean? First of all, I'm speaking to us as a people. I'm speaking to us as a people. And first of all, I'm an individual. I can't do nothing on my own. I need the help and support of y'all. You understand what I'm saying? And this is why I'm standing here right now, crying my heart out to y'all. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to get us all together in one accord. You know what I mean? So your question of what have I done, what am I doing? I'm right here right now in your face, crying my heart out, asking you for support, trying to tell you and show you, you know what I mean, what's happening, what's taking place, and and also for you to see and know that there's an individual right here who kind of knows some of the things that's going on and that's willing to, that wants to do something about it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the proper question, that I have yet to have motherfuckers come to me and say. I think in like my 2 years of aggressive labor in the streets, you know what I mean? I've had one person ask me the bingo question. And the bingo question is this. Well, brother, what do you want to do? What do you want to do, brother? One person. And and I would always say that shit and say that shit and say that shit. And in the 2 years of doing it, and that brother was a homeless brother. And that happened like about maybe 10 days ago. You know what I'm saying? In 2 years, finally. And I would always say that, I'll be talking to him, whatever, I would say to him, I have yet to have anybody ask me what I want to do. What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Or say basically, hey, brother, I got some ideas too. I got some shit I'm working on too. You want to hook up? You know what I mean? Or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? So, you don't get, I get a whole lot of this. This is what I get a whole lot of. Keep it up, brother. Everything you said was true. Everything you said was true. Everything you said was true. I get a whole lot of everything you said is true. I get a whole lot of that. Get a whole lot of pats on the back, handshakes, smiles, nods, little head tilts, fist thrown up. I get a whole lot of that shit. And nobody got no time. Nobody got no time. Nobody has no responsibility, respondability. Okay? Even those in the so-called conscious movement. All right? You have to. Listen, a responsibility comes along. A respondability comes along with being conscious. Okay? And I once gave you guys the scenario of an individual who's standing at plate in a baseball game. Okay? He reads books. I'm gonna give you a scenario. An individual, he reads books. He's learned a little bit. He posts memes, a lot on Google Plus. And when he amongst other people, he likes to, talk political talk. He's up on all social events. current events. You know, he's very opinionated and has something to say. Okay? And that's where it ends. All right? That's where it ends. Okay? He doesn't want to take no real sacrificial, active role utilizing the information he has acquired. Consciousness. You have to see that shit as a verb and not as an adjective. Okay? Because the word has to be in action. All right? In labor, in sacrifice. I give y'all the scenario a lot of times. I have a couple of ideas that I put together, both long-term plans, short-term plans. You know what I mean? And one of the long-term plans is this. In 1776, Adam Weishaupt, on behalf of the Rothschilds, in a place called Ingolstadt University in Bavaria, Germany, began to put in motion plans for what we know as the Illuminati. And their goal was Anglo-Saxon Zionist rule throughout the world. Okay? One world government. All right? Adam Weishaupt and the individual Rothschild on whose orders he was working on behalf of knew that they would not live to see into fruition their particular objective. Okay? But they knew that they would have to set up a construct in which individuals would be groomed. First, they would be lured in or nominated in or drafted in. You know what I'm saying? Or they would scout out these individuals. Individuals who had who were said to possess a higher intellect than the average. You know what I mean? Individuals who are a little smarter than the average person. Individuals who have a propensity, you understand what I'm saying, for problem solving. You know what I mean? For getting shit done. Okay? Being able to get shit done. Okay? So they would scout out these individuals. All right? And they would bring these individuals in. Okay? But these individuals would make up what was called the outer circle. The inner circle was the persons of the individuals who draft the idea. The outer circles was going to be the laborers. All right? The people who labor for the ideas. All right? And that outer circle was made up of all types of shit. Politicians. You know what I'm saying? Corporations. Okay? Bankers, think tanks, social work, humanitarian groups, Red Cross, all that kind of shit. Medical industry, you know what I mean? All that type of shit. All that type of shit. Individuals of the highest mind and best minds from all those different, areas will make up the outer circle. Okay? And what they did was they had auxiliary groups. They had to have something in place to make the individuals, right, that was structured in a way that would make individuals want to labor and feel as though they was receiving some type of reward for their labor. And what I just now said to you and described was Freemasonry. Freemasonry was going to be that vehicle in which the individuals would labor for degrees within Freemasonry and without Freemasonry and outside of Freemasonry. They would do it out in the work sector, in which they would labor on our behalf to help us move toward our goal. And they would labor also within Freemasonry, okay, seeking degrees. And the degrees are the rewards, the accolades, okay, the pats on the back, the medals of honor, okay, the trophies. So it will give them the motivation to strive, to labor relentlessly, to want to outcompete their fellow brother, their freighter. Okay? They would groom their sons and daughters. You know? And they will have also auxiliary groups to begin the grooming process of the youth. Knights of Columbus. You know? Shit like that. Rotary clubs. You know what I'm saying? Demo lay boys. Alright? This is like junior Freemason. Okay? They will have certain fraternity organizations in the universities. Okay? Skull and Bones. You know, shit like that. All right. So from 1776 to 2001, which 9/11 pretty much marked their so-called success and pretty much reaching the point of what I call no return. They did that, and I don't know. I'm not even going to sit here and put no effort in thinking of the actual figure. I'm just going to throw a number out there. It took approximately about 250 years, okay, to bring about, you know what I mean, their desired intent, okay? And all of them in that past 250 years knew that they would not live to see the final goal achieved. Yet they labored anyway. Because like Bush Sr. said, we labor for a big idea. A new world order. You have to see it as the big idea. Okay? And it is the same model, y'all, that we, black people, okay? And it don't have to be all of us. It wasn't all whites who were members of the Illuminati and who labored on their behalf. It was a very small percentage of them. Even the ones who made up the outer circle. If you try to compare the goddamn numbers versus the world population, you know, you're going to get something somewhere probably like around, what, 1.5%, 1% of the people who made up, you know, you're talking about the earth has somewhere, what, around, what, 20, 30 billion? Shit. So, you know, it only took a small amount of them. And that's why it was successful. Because, see, you have to keep it small so that the members of the organization can feel prestigious. You can't have them feeling prestigious if any old motherfucker can get in. You know? That's why the old club Studio 54 had all the hype around it that it had. Because they would only let certain motherfuckers pass the rope. And that's what gave the club even more larger than life prestige. Because everybody wanted to get in. Was breaking their necks to get in, begging to get in. It was telling motherfucker females take their clothes off in the middle of fucking January. You know, and they would strip all their clothes off and stand out there in the ice cold, shivering, and still wouldn't let her ass in. Shit like that. Stars would come there, you know, and they say, I'm so-and-so. And he say, yeah, I know. Just wait a minute. And still won't let his ass in. So, you know, you have to keep the shit small and you have to create the illusion, you know what I mean? But in our case, it's not going to be illusion because we will literally seek out the best minds. You know what I mean? And it will be a prestigious group of us who fully understand the objective. And the objective is to advance our people's interests and to secure our existence. You know what I mean? To advance our interests and to secure our existence. Period. That's real short and sweet for you. You know what I mean? And that'll just pretty much be, you know, we have to like mirror it, reflect it. You know what I mean? Do exactly what the fuck they did. I told you before. Seek out and find certain models that have been tried, tested, and proven to be effective. And use those models. You know, use those models. Because we lack a lot of resources. And we're way behind as far as in the game. So we definitely need to find models that have already been tried, tested, and proven effective and mimic them to the letter. You know what I mean? To the letter. And we can do that as far as with this Illuminati thing, the way they set the structure up and the things that they labored for and how they went by, you have to be able to see the end game, and then you have to be able to know what steps you need to take in order to make it to the end game. Because you can't just see, one thing about black people is we have a hustler mentality as opposed to a work mentality. A hustler mentality, a hustler wants to do little work for a lot of money. A working mentality is willing to do a lot of work for a little bit of money. Okay? We want instant gratification for no effort or little effort. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why we're in last place. We take too many goddamn shortcuts. And shortcuts don't build character. Okay? Shortcuts don't build character. Struggle builds character. So anything that builds character is struggle. Okay? So, this is one of the things we have to do. So if any of you brothers and sisters out there who want to, help me put this thing together, or if you want to, just be a part of this process, man, you can reach me at godisblack555@gmail.com. All right, all lowercase, all in one. godisblack555@gmail.com. Okay, that's how you can reach me. Also, any of you guys out there who have any ideas you want to shoot past me and may want to know, what I think about or whatever, something you might, be wanting to do in your hometown or whatever, and just want my opinion or something, or if you have a question you want to ask me, you know what I mean? You also can reach me by that. I will answer your question on video. You can remain anonymous, or if you don't mind, I'll say, well, this particular question came from so and so. Okay, just let me know. All right. Listen, there are no bad questions, and the reason why people say, man, how you know so much shit? Well, nobody waved no magic wand over my head. I was a goddamn nuisance with questions. I put myself everywhere smart motherfuckers was. And I walked in their goddamn shadows. Okay? Listen. It's all game, and game is handed on from person to person. Whether that game is a video, a lecture, or whether you read a motherfucker's book he wrote. It's just game being passed from one person to another. Okay? Alright? So, I got this game because I chose to learn game from the motherfuckers who had game. I recognized the fact they had some game, and I wanted what I can get from them. So, I made sure I put myself in position if I could get to them, physically, and if I couldn't, I got hold of their material. You know what I'm saying? And utilize their knowledge in that way, and what they had up in their head. I gained access to it that way, you know. So it's just about accessing information, man. Period. You ain't on nobody's dick, or nobody's jock, or none of that shit. I ain't that. Listen, I'm a real nigga, yo. I ain't one of them suck ass clown ass niggas. All right, I'm not Sarnetta in the goddamn in the Stooges. Okay, that boy ain't right. That boy ain't right, yo. That nigga Sarnetta ain't right, and I've been saying that shit like 3-4 years ago. The boy jumped out there with a shitload of money. A shitload of money. He jumped out there, he jumped out there with that house. Listen, let me break this shit down to you. He jumped out there with that House of Consciousness building, alright? Listen, in fucking New York, you ever seen the size of House of Consciousness and where they used to have the early lectures at? And they had like this big ass brownish drape with this African painting, abstract type painting on the back, right? And they just had the one podium. And Ali Muhammad and all of them used to come there back then. And they had the projectors and all that shit, right? That was the first spot. Listen, man, do you know how much space New York City costs for some shit like that? For him to rent some shit like that? Alright? The equipment that the nigga had, right? He was banging the motherfucking shits out like a motherfucker. Then he was paying a shitload of speakers. Where did all this money come from, nigga? Where did all this money come from? And listen, George Soros funds black organizations and individuals like that in order to cause division, in order to cause confusion. Okay? They have a saying, divide and conquer, and also kill them with kindness and baffle them with bullshit. And that's what the debates was all about. Hosting these debates between this motherfucker and that motherfucker to keep you so confused you don't know whose goddamn ideology to subscribe to. And all the shit is just clashing and bumping each other. All them niggas is like remind me of when you had an amusement park, the bumper cars. That's what all them niggas remind me of. All them little clowns in that little shouting at a clip. They just all running around as individuals. Okay? Bumping into motherfuckers like they just walking around like dummies with blindfolds on, feeling out with their hands like, this type shit. Don't know where the fuck they going, right? Bumping into each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? There is no fucking golden thread of commonality amongst them all in which they can come together and move as one. They haven't been able to figure that shit out yet. Why? Because they all have selfish intents, selfish ambitions, and selfish desires. One motherfucker so selfish, this nigga got 4 or 5 wives. Okay? That's selfish as a motherfucker. Alright? You can raise the sister up and not have to fuck her and marry her. You know what I'm saying? You could be a friend. You got one wife and just be the rest of them. They can be their friend and raise them up and help them. You gotta be fucking all 5. That's selfish. You know what I mean? And don't give me that shit about, Brother Eli, it's our culture back in the day for male to have multiple wives. It's never. Right now, it's not prescribed for you. That was back then. Right now, we do not possess a healthy enough mind and heart to indulge in any shit like that. And I'm a man. And I'm saying no to that shit. Because I don't feel as though we possess a healthy enough, mindset for that shit right now. That's why I don't like when brothers be posting, women on there posing in sexy positions, this, that, and the other, and then she's dressed, what I mean, in a sexy manner, but then they got some kind of little text like, God is this, or worshiping the black woman that. But really she posed and laid out in some kind of, soft porn, sexual manner and shit. And I'd be like, I tell brothers, man, and you could tell by the comments you see under there from the brothers. Damn, ooh, she nice, and all that kind of shit, right? So that pretty much proves that the motherfucking, mentality of black men right now is not, where it should be as far as, us, fucking around with shit like that, posting shit like that or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not the time for that shit. It's only a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. But yeah, man, that nigga ain't right, yo. I think that nigga getting that Soros money. Listen, him, I think he getting that shit. I think Polite getting that shit. Alright? The rest of them niggas, sign that and let them niggas know. Listen, man, you play the motherfucking game right, I'll let you in. Okay? Because listen, he's so tied into these white motherfuckers, and some hidden hand is giving them some scratch, right? That he tells motherfucking other speakers they can't come to New York and speak unless they ask his permission. He told that shit to Umar. Yo. Yes. Alright? So listen, you see what that money has done to him, and that he's connected with a high up motherfucker in which he feel as though, since I'm affiliated and connected with this motherfucker, I can wield the same type of power this motherfucker wields. And the other motherfuckers have submitted to Sarnetta and his goddamn, and know he's connected. They may not know who, but they know he's connected to somebody high. And guess what? They just want to get paid. One of the motherfuckers recently got knocked off for slinging coke. One of them niggas. One of them so-called conscious niggas out the Sarnetta camp. All them niggas is clowns. All them niggas is suckers. Red pill, blue pill, Anki, all them niggas. They just want to get paid. And they like, Sarnetta, please let me in. And he probably just stringing them the fuck along. All right, Doug, you almost there. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep churning out the videos. You know what I mean? This, that, and other. We need you to put out videos on this particular, of this type content, this, that, and other. You feel what I'm saying? But he's the motherfucking ringleader, all right? And there's a hidden person behind him, all right, behind the veil, that's financing this nigga. Because listen, he's a clown, stupid nigga, for real. He ain't, listen, man, that nigga, ain't smart enough to put that together. You hear how he even talk? This is Sarnetta, this is Sarnetta, and he talks all that, but he is not eloquent. He's not eloquent. He don't possess no real. He cannot even, or he can't even verbalize on the level, to be a speaker. You don't hear him giving no goddamn lectures or nothing. You know what I mean? He just exploiting motherfuckers who do have some talent, and some of them, have a purpose and have figured out their purpose. But unfortunately, right? Their egos are getting the best of them, and their desires, their lower desires. You know what I mean? Their base consciousness is in rulership over their self. Listen, man, I will never charge. I've had motherfuckers pay me before to speak, okay? But that was just some bullshit like, they fed me, they passed the hat around, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I wouldn't charge my people, man, that speak or have no lectures, man. If I had the motherfucking ability to put my shit on DVDs and shit like that, right? I would give the motherfucking videos away. You know what I mean? I got about 120 videos on YouTube. A lot of them I got locked up though. Alright, I think I got only about 50 unlocked. Alright? Man, you feed me and give me somewhere to lay my head. I talk to you all goddamn day like Yahshua did. You know what I'm saying? Yahshua said foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lie his head. You know, they paid the poor rate. You know, I guess they passed the hat around or whatever because they had a treasurer. Judas was the treasurer. You know, Judas, the betrayer. He was actually the treasurer of the 12 disciples. So obviously, you know, some of them had, you know, positions and responsibilities within the circle. You know what I mean? And he was the treasurer or whatever, you know. And it's ironic that he sold Yahshua out for some piece of silver. Had he misappropriated some funds, maybe, and needed to replace some missing money, and when the opportunity presented itself, he jumped on it. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't never just because shit was way back then. Listen, people's characters was the same. They had the same mentalities, the same appetites, both good and bad. Alright? The same hang-ups, you know, and all that shit as motherfuckers today. Believe that shit. Alright, so I didn't really get a lot on what I wanted to talk about, but I still think this turned out to be alright, little short video. So I'm gonna come back at you again soon with part 2 of the urban guerrilla strategies, and also I want to touch on the United States, Israel, you know, against Syria shit, and how, you know, Russia is the goddamn piece that both sides need. Syria needs Russia, and the United States and Israel needs Russia. And for a minute, Russia was holding out. And Russia was telling Israel and the United States, you know, don't fuck with Syria. You fuck with Syria, you fucking with us. You know? But Putin came over here. As soon as the Pope left, Putin came. You know, like one going out the door and one coming in. And they told you on world news and shit, like, you know, over the 2 days of talks, like Putin was being difficult. You know what I mean? Basically, like Iraq is begging, you know, hey man, let us fuck them up. You know what I mean? We need to fuck up Syria because we need to get Syria before we step to Iran. You know what I mean? And you know, Putin and Russia just really they don't dig the United States arrogance, and they really hate Israel. They hate Israel, Russia, and especially their arrogance, right? And they want them to take that shit down a notch, as I heard one reporter put it. You know what I mean? So, you know, but now they just now announced today that Putin made a move on ISIL. All right, now ISIL is nothing but, see, listen. I'm go ahead and address this shit right now. This serious shit. Listen, check this out. The United States has used the same construct over the past 40 years and how they muster support, muster world support for them going in, fucking somebody up, and taking their shit. That's the desired effect. Alright? How do we just go take somebody's shit when the whole world is watching? Without, you know, without putting ourselves in bad standing with the world. Or making ourselves look like motherfucking murderers, which we really are, to the world. How do we do that? Well, you put blame on the individual whose ass you want to kick. You blame them for some of the ills in the society in which they live. Alright? And then when their favorite goddamn blame tool is this. He killing his own people. They used that shit with Idi Amin. They used that shit with Noriega. They used that shit with Castro. They used that shit with Marcos. They used that shit with who else? They used that shit with Saddam. They used that shit with Gaddafi. He killing his own people. You know what I mean? And usually what they do is they send in some mercenaries to go in there and start, must stirring up the scent. Okay? And then they'll say a civil war is occurring in the nation of Libya. You know what I'm saying? Between anti-Gaddafi rebels versus, Gaddafi supporters. And it ain't no anti-Gaddafi rebels. These are mercenaries that they done snuck into Libya. You understand what I'm saying? Private groups for hire. They go in there and start off a riot. Start off disruption. Like when they killed Malcolm, they had some motherfuckers sitting in the back of the room that they had paid to fight. So it made it look like a fight broke out between two brothers. And when Malcolm said somebody stopped them brothers from fighting, everybody in the audience turned around and looked to see, what Malcolm was pointing to, talking about, and what fight was happening, taking place. And when they did that, motherfucker ran up to the front of the stage, shot him with a goddamn sword off in his chest. Seen all the buckshot in his chest. Then other motherfuckers came shooting, and they say bullets was coming from the left, the front, and the right. You know what I'm saying? So they pay motherfuckers to go in there and start disruption. You know what I mean? And then along with that, they use their goddamn primary tool for social control, which is television, to start telling a bunch of lies. He killing his own people. No, the mercenaries you sent in there is killing motherfuckers. And y'all reporting it to the people through the news as if that's a Gaddafi killing his own people. And the people don't know. Because the people like, who is these motherfuckers? Yeah, some motherfuckers here killing motherfuckers like crazy. Who are they? And if they look at the news, they like, what? Is this true? Is this, why is he Momar doing this to us? And then Momar got to then go out there and then explain, this ain't me. I don't know these motherfuckers. But they won't show you that shit. They only gonna show you their motherfucking side, right? So that's what ISIL right now job is to do, is to go into Syria and muster up disruption, kill some motherfuckers and shit like that. And they're going to move throughout the Middle East. And these motherfuckers are made up of motherfucking Israeli, British, and United States soldiers. Playing dress up as goddamn Arabs. Okay? As Arabs. Alright? That's ISIL. Alright? And that's what the fuck their job is to do. Okay? And this is the same story played over and over again. That he killing his own people shit. And it just kills me how the world has heard this shit so many goddamn times. And ain't nobody fucking raise their hand and say, it's a little ironic that y'all have done this shit to the last fucking 8 or 9 goddamn regimes. I told you fucking Castro, Marcos, Noriega, Idi Amin, Castro, goddamn Saddam, all the motherfuckers, man. Use the same shit. And they doing the same shit with this motherfucking Syria, yo. I forgot main man name. Setting them up the same way. And when they move on Iran, they're going to do the same shit there. It's just crazy, man. It's so fucking crazy, yo. And this Federal Reserve shit just kills me. Now in the United States right now, Congress is trying to figure out if they're going to keep the government open. They always got to create a crisis. Always got to create a crisis. You motherfuckers going to the Federal Reserve and borrow more money. Don't try to drag it out and make it seem, they got to always put the drama effect to it. Dun, 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 dun. Will Congress keep the government open? Dun, 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 dun. And you niggas fall for it every fucking time. It's Brother Peace.